Hello, everyone. Regarding the title of the stream, I don't even know why I named that. I thought it was funny. So we'll just wait for some people to come in. Nothing planned today. Just streaming, chilling, having a good time. Let's see if anyone joins. I've also recently joined the cult of Waru. So I don't know if you find that interesting. But yeah, I have joined the cult of Waru. Hello, Max. What show are you watching? What is thou watching? And I'm going to share the stream. What? Gilmore Girls? What is wrong with you? How dare you? So you're telling me you would rather finish watching that than join my stream? It's Gilmore Girls. Come on, bro. It's not that interesting. Never seen it. I don't even know what it's about. Whenever I hear Gilmore Girls, I think of the Golden Girls. Is that what that show's called? What, the old ladies in it? Oh, my bro moment. How? I watch good shows. Jeez, each season has like 20 plus episodes? Wow. Oh, it's not really a CW show, except for the last season. It's a Warner Brothers show. Interesting. What is it? Is it like a rom-com or something? What's the genre? Comedy drama. Hello, Nazo. Max said she's going to finish watching Gilmore Girls, and then she'll hop on my stream. Her priorities are upside down, man. She's not my type of show. I like shows that have violence in it. Violence and just high stakes, I guess. That's why I'm into fandom. Like, I don't really care about anything else outside of it. I mean, I've seen a couple of, like, sitcoms and whatnot. I don't know if Gilmore Girls is considered a sitcom. I doubt it. It's a comedy drama, but some sitcoms, like Two and a Half Men, I really enjoy. Friends, I really enjoy. Well, Friends, not as much. Gosh, what else? Big Bang Theory sometimes. I've seen a little bit of that. Not bad. Um, Now I've not watched Young Sheldon. No way I'm watching that. That looks very interesting. um, Gosh, of course I've seen your animated sitcoms. Seinfeld. I haven't really watched Seinfeld. My mom's a big fan of it, but I haven't really ever watched it. I was always more of a Two and a Half Men. Also, Everybody Loves Raymond is a good one. That's a good one. I like some older ones too. All in the Family. I've seen a little bit of that. That's funny. Um, Gosh, I don't even remember some of the other shows. I haven't seen South Park. I've seen Family Guy. I've seen Simpsons. I've seen a little bit of Bob's Burgers. But I haven't really watched South Park. I haven't really watched Rick and Morty either. I can never get the names right for this. I think Rick is the old guy and Morty is the kid. King of the Hill, that's a good one. Damn it, Bobby. Damn it, Bobby. That's a good one. Family Guy was always my favorite of all the those animated sitcoms. American Dad, I watched a lot of that as well. I watched a little bit of the Cleveland Show, but I didn't really care for it. Gosh, I don't know. What else have I seen? A little bit of Robot Chicken. Not a whole lot though. Robot Chicken. Robot. I know it's not really animated, but Robot Chicken really was my favorite. That '70s show is good. Happy Days, haven't seen that, but that '70s show is pretty good. But I don't really watch a whole lot of sitcoms anymore. But yeah, a lot of good stuff there. Sitcoms get old though, because a lot of them just have the same humor in it. It gets old after a while. So especially like Family Guy. I mean, that show, it's a wonder that show is still on. I mean, no one watches it anymore. Family Guy is just one of those shows that you watch like every so often. Whenever you see it on TV, you don't really. No, I have not seen Happy Days. I've actually never even heard of it, to be honest. um, no, that is an older sitcom. I mean, I say that, but I've also seen a lot of All in the Family. All in the Family is hilarious. Yeah, that show is amazing, especially with the historical context to it. It's great, knowing what was going on at that time. They were just coming out of the war. Civil rights bill had just been passed around a decade earlier, or Civil Rights Act. What did I say? Civil Rights Bill, Civil Rights Act had been passed about a decade earlier. Voting Rights Act of what, 64? I think the year is. I always get the year wrong. 64, 63, something like that. Hello, Slav. Would you like to join my stream? I want to send an invite via DM. We're just talking about sitcoms, old new sitcoms. One of my favorite sitcoms, it's not really an adult one, is a Regular Show. That's not really an adult sitcom, but it has some adult humor in it, but it's like not, explicit. So it's a little different. But I love Regular Show. That's probably my favorite cartoon of all time. Candace last time of the semester just dropping by to say, "Hey, oh, what's up? Hope you I'm sure you're taking a test tomorrow. So good luck with that. Hope you do well." Speaking of that, this coming Wednesday, I'm gonna go hopefully sign up for classes so I can get started with college, get that ball rolling. Regular Show is great. Yeah, I didn't really care when they went to space. I thought it was kind of... See, because what was cool about Regular Show was it started off relatively normal each episode, and then as the episode went on, it got weirder and weirder. That was the point of it. So when you throw it in space, it kind of ruins that because it's like, oh well, they're already in space. They're on these spaceships. It's starting off weird, right? So I don't know. I didn't really care for that, but I did like how they ended it. I really did like the ending of that show. Adventure Time was cool too, but the lore surrounding it is just weird. And I don't really know D&D, and I know that show is based off of a lot of D&D. So there's a lot of D&D, but like the witch thing. I don't even remember the name of it. Um, I don't remember the name of it. Skeleton Witch. I forgot the name of it. But anyway, it's Adventure Time is cool, but I really like the episodes that were more standalone. They didn't really focus on the lore as much because it confused the hell out of me. Never even got to the space season. It was even with the dome and stuff that they started putting. It was weird. It started getting weird. Lich King, right? The Lich. That's what it is. Hello, Maxwell. How are you doing? But yeah, Adventure Time is weird. It's a weird show. And then Finn getting his arm chopped off, and he gets like this grass arm that can mold into his. It was weird. But really, Cartoon Network. Oh man, after those shows ended, that no one even cared about that network anymore after they ended those two because those were their flagship shows. So once they ended that, no one really watched it anymore, which is sad because I think Cartoon Network has there's some other shows that are really good. I want to get back to Adventure Time, but I don't want to dedicate that much time to it. It's Adventure Time, bro. You gotta dedicate time to it. But yeah, regular show, man. I got a lot of the regular shows also kind of responsible for like my love of like rock, like classic rock, and like 80s, 70s, and 80s music. That's another reason why I love that show. It has so much of that in that show. Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravo, yeah. Gosh, what are some other ones that I enjoyed? I know this show like is made fun of all the time, but I remember loving Uncle Grandpa. It's just my kind of humor for some reason. I don't know why. Stupid humor like that just makes me laugh. Um, Steven Universe, I never really watched that one, but I didn't really care for it anyway. Same with Amazing World of Gumball. Never really cared for that one either. Always found it weird. I guess all of these shows are weird, but it's weird in like a bad way. What are some other ones that I watched? I forget. I have to look at like a list. Oh no, Madison. I watched that crap when it came out, and I didn't like it then. So, Clarence, that was a good one. Well, no, was that Cartoon Network? That was Cartoon Network, right? Clarence was cool. Teen Titans. Well, Teen Titans Go is weird. Some of that show is cool. Annoying Orange. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that show? Annoying Orange. I don't even want to watch that. Tom and Jerry kids show. What? Seen some of this I don't even recognize. Jeez. No. It's a wonder that network is still in business. There was, I guess, Looney Tunes was on it at one point. Futurama was on it at one point. No, it wasn't. That must have been on Adult Swim. We Bear Bears, I remember that. Samurai Jack, of course, Clone Wars, both Clone Wars shows. Um, Regular shows, Steven Universe, Justice League, Batman Brave and the Bold. I'm just looking at a list from Wikipedia. Yeah, this Animaniacs. I didn't even know that was on there. Batman animated series. A lot of superhero stuff. I forget how much of that was on there. Scooby Doo. Anyway, I haven't seen Young Justice. I haven't seen a lot of the DC shows. I've seen a lot of the DC AU. Is that what it's called? DC Animated Universe. I haven't really watched any. I do want to go and watch some of that stuff again, or start watching like more of the other DC animated projects, like Young Justice and some of the other like the more of the adult themed DC movies, animated DC movies like damn, I don't remember the name of them. But you know what I'm talking about. My parents hated me for making them watch Annoying Orange with me. LMAO. That's funny. That show is stupid. Give me 1 second. Sorry about that. I had to go do something real quick downstairs. Dragon Ball Z, that was on Cartoon Network. Very interesting. Ninjago. There's also that. I remember watching that. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. The best DC show, in my opinion, is Justice League. But that's a pretty generic one. I feel like everybody and their mother has seen that one. But it's so good. I think always flip flop between that one and Unlimited. Unlimited was cool, but I just think that original show was just very well done. But Unlimited was really good too. but I didn't like the ending of it. I thought the ending to Unlimited was strange. So to say the least, I thought it was very strange. So didn't really make a lot of sense. So just my opinion. The Nut Shack. What does that mean? Am I missing something? Ooh. I don't know who's making these. Those are like those little edits where someone puts a bunch of George Lucas quotes about a certain project. I don't remember who makes those. But Robbie posted some more in Britain's Discord. That's cool. Max says she should be joining soon. It's been about 15 minutes. She should be here already. She may not want to join now. I want Blue Pig to join. I don't think he's ever been on one of my streams. Zazen? That sounds right. I'd love Blue Pig to join. That'd be great. Even if he didn't talk, I'd love him to join. I don't know if he's been on any of my streams. He probably has, and he's gonna be like, dude, what is wrong with you? Why don't you remember? Sorry, Blue Pig. I'll join you just to yell at you to read the space plane books. I told you I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I just have a lot of other books to read first. Hello, Max.
Hello.
If there's anyone you need to yell about reading about space planes, it's this guy right here.
What about space planes?
You need to read X-Wing.
Well, you need to finish Swarm War.
I'm halfway through it.
Well, finish the other half.
I may do it after. I may cut the stream a little short so I can go read. That sounds like a good idea.
Shut up.
You shut up.
I just got here. The party has only just started.
We'll be here for like another 30 minutes. I'm just saying.
I am easily the party. I know, he's been reading Swarm War forever. He needs to get on
I don't
it.
read it.
Step on the gas.
I
finished Crystal Star already.
It requires a lot of determination, and I have to build myself up to sit down and read it.
Bruh.
So, but I'm not even a reader to begin with. Like, I don't consider myself one.
How are you gonna get through Legacy of the Force?
Look, I got through the other Star Wars books in the EU because they were good. So
is Swarm War.
It's my favorite of the trilogy. I can say that. But
Lance.
Okay, here's how I rank the trilogy. It's Swarm War, Joiner King, Unseen Queen.
Hold on, what the fuck is
that's how I rank the trilogy.
Okay, there it is. No, you need to read it. You need to finish it.
I can't wait.
Like, ASAP.
Nobody cares, but I can't wait to see everyone's reaction to my opinion on Legacy of the Force, whatever that will be. So I'm very, very open-minded about what I'm going to see in that series. If there's any series I think I'm actually excited for, it's Fate of the Jedi. Only because of
Hold on a second.
Jeez.
Don't do. Hold on.
Oh my goodness. Hope I don't lose my thought. Because it will happen. I've read more Legacy of the Force and Fate of the Jedi books than you, Lance. That's kind of... You haven't even read the... Oh my gosh, bro. Why is Dark Nest worse than Children of the Jedi for you? I was engaged while reading Children of the Jedi. Dark Nest is better in the sense that it's just a better story. I mean, it's just a better Star Wars story. I can say that, but I was more entertained by Children of the Jedi. But even then, Children of the Jedi was. I'm pretty indifferent to that trilogy, and like I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. Now, I love Dark Saber. I love Dark Saber. That's one of my favorite novels in the entire EU. But the other two were. But I was more engaged. It's not that it's better. Don't get me wrong. I was really saying that just to bait people, but I feel like I was a little bit more entertained with Children of the Jedi. Planet of Twilight was boring. I can say that. I don't really even remember. I only remember the stuff with Leia in it. So, Children of the Jedi, I do remember a lot more of. There was a lot more going on. I think. I know there was Luke on the Eye of Palpatine, and then the Dark Jedi stuff with, what was it, Ramonda? I remember her name. I remember Eric, Darth Nyax, Lord Nyax. But I don't remember, what was that, his mom? I don't remember his mom's name. But again, it's been like 2 or 3 years since I've read that book. And I've read so much since then. But Dark Nest, it reminds me a lot of when I read Black Fleet Crisis. Because I was bored in that trilogy and bored in this one. Bounty Hunter Wars, I wasn't bored in Bounty Hunter Wars, but it was weird. So, it was weird. I liked the first book. The first book, I actually enjoyed the first book. But as the trilogy went on, it's like, why was this stretched out into a trilogy? If it was the first book alone, I would like it. And I think most people can agree with that. But the other two were they just ruined it. Foosball is all about luck. No skill, it is the devil. Some people are skilled. But most people just spend the little guy and get lucky. Hey, Brennan, do you want to get on stream with me? I will send you the invite. It's actually been a while since you've been on one of my streams. Weren't we supposed to stream live, and we kind of just forgot about it?
Okay. Sorry, my what's it called? My computer was being really weird.
It's probably because you live in Rhode Island.
That's totally it.
That is the problem with everything in your life, Rhode Island.
Anyway, Fate of the Jedi we were talking about.
Oh yeah, I'm more excited for that series because of Abeloth. Because Legacy of the Force, cool concept, but it's just Jedi and Sith stuff, which I love. But it's like I've read so much of that.
Legacy of the Force.
I didn't even hear that. Anyway, Fate of the Jedi is different. Because I know there's a lost tribe of the Sith in it, but Abeloth is the main enemy, and Abeloth is cool. She has a cool history and very unique character. So it's just it reminds me of
Fate of the Jedi are both.
I'm sure they're both good.
I guess. I mean.
Absolutely.
Wait, which ones did you read? You read Outcast, I know that, but what other ones did you read?
I don't understand Madison. If you guys don't know, she will skip around, and she only wants Wraith Squadron stuff. So she's read like 4 or 5 novels in the NJO, all out of order. She read 3 Legacy of the Force and 3 Fate of the Jedi. Oh, they go to Dathomir? That's interesting. Max, how many TCW references?
She just likes her space plane.
Yeah, she likes her planes.
Like none. Backlash. Okay, well you literally skipped the one where Abeloth shows up in the third book. So, but there's literally no Clone Wars references except for like the Mortis stuff and that Obi-Wan and Anakin went there. They make no mention of like Ahsoka or anything.
Really? That's cool, actually.
Yeah, no mention of a.
Look, to be fair, I don't even mind Ahsoka's existence as long as it doesn't contradict anything else. And it it's a lot of it is contradiction by omission because she's not mentioned anywhere else in the multimedia project, obviously. She has no mention in Revenge of the Sith. So it's like, well, where could they have fit Ahsoka into it?
It's almost like she
So,
didn't exist.
well, yeah. I mean, that's the problem. Is I mean, it's not really a contradiction, but it's basically a contradiction. It's a contradiction by omission, you could call it, I guess. I don't know. If only Chi had been given the chance to, go back and fix everything, which I think is possible. I think there are a lot of
Hold
that you
on a
could have
second. I
fixed.
gotta restart my fucking computer.
Oh my goodness, Max. Jeez. Anyway, Brennan, come on, bro. Join the stream. We gotta talk about droids. The droids cartoon when we watch it together. If we watch it together, I should say. Be a little bit more appropriate. Ahsoka existing is like having Luke and Leia having a third sibling that they hung out with during the Rebellion era. That makes sense. I completely agree with that. They were preparing the EU for a reboot. There's proof of this due to the Star Wars 2013 Dark Horse comics. Are you talking about the Brian Wood comics? Or are you talking about like the Star Wars comic that they released, which was like an adaptation of some of the early drafts and ideas Lucas had? I think you're talking about the Brian Wood stuff. Um, what they were doing was I don't know. I haven't not read that series, so I can't really comment on it. My boy Scott, he would know a little bit more than me. What's up, Scott? But yeah, Spirit character Anakin had an interesting dynamic with who he left the Jedi Order and then fought him was Ferris Solomon. Sorry, Ahsoka. Rip. The Brian was stuff. Okay. Yeah, I've heard that before, but I can't really comment on it because I don't know. Because I haven't read that series and I don't know the context to it.
Okay, now it should be good. What's going on?
Nazo said that, or I don't even know how to. Nazo, that's his name. He said that the Brian Wood Star Wars comics were like an early indication that the EU was going to reboot. Period. Like even without the Disney stuff. But you can make an argument, Nazo, that it wasn't the EU preparing to reboot; it was Disney preparing to reboot. Like I don't think it was a secret to anyone at the time. No one was surprised. Well, at least we were surprised, but I don't believe that the people at Lucasfilm were surprised. So, I mean, you can just say that. It's not like, I mean, if Disney had never bought Star Wars, you probably wouldn't have gotten a series like that. That's just my opinion. Could be totally wrong, though. It was played off as though this is just episode 4 had come out, so pretend it's 1977. And I haven't read it, so I have no idea. They said that Wood Comics only were a start from scratch for better sales. That is more of something I can. Even Pablo, I think he says something like that. Yeah, I rebooted. Yeah. Finally got power back after 3 days. Good God, that storm's freaking intense. I'm glad you're back, man. Asa, you have the invite. The perks to being a Jedi Knight in my Discord is you have invite to my streams, which I don't know if that's meant to a perk to anyone, but there you go. I tried to invite Brennan, but I don't think he's interested in joining.
Oh, rip.
Well, like I invited him. I didn't actually send him the invite, but I'm like, hey, Brennan, come join. I'll send him the invite though. Nazo's here. Hello, Nazo.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello, Max. No, the only reason I said that, as far as like, it's because of TCW. Because we already know at this point that TCW contradicted a lot from the multimedia project. Like you cannot have that show without cutting out a majority of the multimedia project. My thought process was really, when it came to that, was that because TCW contradicted, my thought process was like, okay, maybe they are preparing the EU for a sort of reboot, because like they're running out of ideas.
Interesting.
The reason that's my
Yo,
What's up?
that's
nothing much. You guys?
The man is talking.
Sorry.
My bad.
I'm just playing. Go ahead, Nazo.
No, but that was just my thought process when it came to that. Is like, because like I think at this point George was kind of, because I know George was involved with TCW, just not like to the degree people think he was involved. But like I think they were doing it for the purpose of, and same with the Brian Wood comics, like for the purpose of sort of, because again, Star Wars is a product, it needs to make money. So what do? Oh, let's reboot the OT in the form of a comic series. We can clean up any, if it doesn't work out, we can just clean up any contradictions later. Because this comic was still going, like it was still going, when Disney purchased it, and it was allowed to finish a small arc of its run before the EU was canned.
Interesting.
That's just my thought process, because I think they might have been prepping the EU for, in case George decided to do 7, 8, and 9. Like they might have been prepping the EU for a reboot, because again, Star Wars is a product. To accompany a product, its whole purpose is to make money. Continuity be damned.
The only way that I can see them actually preparing for a reboot was if Disney said, "Hey, we're going to reboot," because the EU writers, continuity editors, I mean, they said for years that they were never going to reboot.
Oh, so, I know, but like when you run out of when you run out of ideas and you're back against the wall, reboot it's inevitable. It's one of those unavoidable realities that you can't escape.
I don't think they were running out of ideas. I mean, the EU was probably at its height, and that maybe not its height, but it was doing good. Because look at SWOTOR.
Let me say what I mean when I say out of ideas. I mean like most of the stuff they have been doing at this point, and mind you, they'd already been doing it for years, but like most of the stuff they've been doing at this point, they've already done. Like, for example, supernatural beasts like Abeloth and Waru. I'm like, there's only so many of those you can make before the idea gets stale.
Yeah, but Abeloth is cooler.
I know. I'm not saying Abeloth isn't cool. I'm saying
I know,
like, there's only so many.
She's cooler than Waru. I'm sorry. Waru is cool, but Abeloth's cooler.
Abby.
Marcel's
I mean, the last
the
piece
Legacy
of
2 comics.
Yeah, but like,
Yep.
if we're talking about the latest, technically the latest thing that was ever released in terms of like EU before it was 108, but that was after. So before would be
Honor Among Thieves.
Honor Among Thieves.
Yeah, I think it was Honor Among Thieves or
Honor
Rebel
Among
Crucible,
or
right? Wasn't Crucible one of the last ones?
Crucible was released before Honor Among Thieves. Honor Among Thieves was the very last like novel released before.
I'm sorry, Marcel. I'm sorry.
No, it was Razor's Edge because Razor's Edge came out after Honor Among Thieves, didn't it?
No, came out first.
No, Warrior's great, but
but I mean, Nazo, I love you, man, but like, there's just not a lot of evidence to suggest there was going to be a reboot. There's really no evidence. It's more of just speculation.
Yeah. Well, no, I get what you're saying. The only reason, like, again, most of it is circumstantial, but like, it's the way I look at it when it comes to contradictions. Like, I'm like the fact that they were going on with this Clone Wars show that like contradicted everything that came before, and well, most things.
Yeah, but not everything.
Most
there were parts of TCW that fit perfectly within the content. They had no issues, like the Mortis arc, for example. I know a lot of people don't like that, or I like it, but.
Oh, I never said the Mortis arc didn't fit, but there's some stuff
my dad is actually George Lucas. He said the EU was getting rebooted.
I have no problem.
Anyway, sorry about that.
No, Madison said that.
Oh, Math. Oh, okay. No, to answer Blue Pig's comment about how it being messy, that's what the hierarchy of canon was for. But
Blue Pig is trolling. Blue Pig is trolling. He's trolling. This is Blue Pig trolling. Don't take him seriously.
Like I'm guessing you could make the Brian Wood stuff work if you put it in S tier canon, but only if you put it in S tier canon. And also, there was like recycled ideas in that one, like Princess Leia being forced to marry a prince to assure that the Alliance, aka the New Republic, would get like some sort of like base or fleet or something like that. You know, look me in the eye and tell me that isn't a familiar idea, that wasn't already in a book. Because that's in the comic, by the way.
Well, I have not read that comic, so I can't even comment.
What comic is it?
I have. It's the Star Wars 2013 comic.
It's written by Brian Wood. It's a controversial comic in the EU.
I'll say this, it's not bad. It's actually just okay, but like a lot of the stuff they portray in it is just kind of like off-putting and weird.
Well, Scott had said earlier that the comic was technically a separate continuity. I wonder what he meant by that.
The way like I said, the way I was describing it, it's like the way Brian Wood said, he's like, oh, just pretend it's 1977 and Star Wars has just come out and this is the first comic you get to read.
Just pretend.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, for pretend, this is what you do. I'm like,
okay.
No, because for a long time I kept trying to figure out where the hell does this fit in the timeline, because Luke acts like a crybaby in one scene.
Oh, sounds like
of the comic, and I'm like, he's already past this. Why would he act like this in this particular? Like, I would expect this from like some of the early Marvel comics, because you know they weren't too share on character back then, but but like this one, like again, like because Leia has to marry this one princely guy, Luke literally, like he has like the temper tantrum of like a 12-year-old that said like he can't listen, like his mom told him he can't listen to like grunge music or something.
Yeah, And like, I just finished reading Crystal Star like yesterday, and like, Luke is such a weenie in that book. But I mean, it was because of like the Waru and the
yeah.
and whatnot.
Well, Crystal Star, I give a pass because again, he had just broken up with Callista.
Yeah,
so
that's what Marcel told me.
He's kind of out of it at the moment.
He pulls his lightsaber on Han. I'm like, Jesus, calm down, kid. Like,
yeah, no, like my thoughts when it comes to that is again like in that point, Luke's a little out of whack with his emotions at the moment, and
yeah, and it was Waru and the whole whole thing that was kind of making it hard on him.
Like one thing I've learned about Star Wars is that it gets weird. But this is like
Crystal Star is as weird as it gets.
Also, for whatever reason in the comic series, Wedge was in charge and not Luke. Even though he had already been like, yeah.
Oh.
Wedge was a higher rank than Luke. Even though Luke had already been given like a position as commander, and I'm like, okay, this doesn't make any sense.
Crystal Star going in the thrift books cart, y'all making it sound.
Yeah, no, this is why I felt like this comic was kind of contradictory because it's like
Crystal Star is good. Shit.
You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm good. But yeah,
he's choking on a Cheez-It.
No, I had Cheez-Its earlier. But no, Crystal Star is really good. Sorry, I'm embracing my General Grievous here. Fuck.
You got pneumonia there, Max?
No, I just had like a tickle in my throat.
Did you get shot by Mace Windu?
Well, that's actually not what happened with Grievous. Mace Windu just crushed his windpipe.
Or I thought he. Never mind. That's right.
He actually crushed his vital organs, and that's why he had the horrible
the George
50-year-old lady man smoker cough.
I wish I could do a Grievous impression.
I'm actually a little surprised Grievous didn't have like a stoma in his throat.
What's the situation, Captain? Nah,
Two Jedi have landed the May Anger Bay. We're tracking them.
Just as Count Dooku predicted. And then he's oh, Grievous.
By the way, this is probably a dumb question. You probably already seen it. Have you guys seen Backstroke of the West?
What?
No. Never heard of it.
Okay, so...
Oh, it wasn't a dumb question.
Okay, so there's a version of Revenge of the Sith that had really badly done Chinese subtitles.
Oh, no, I have seen this.
Okay, I was...
Where he calls like...
I know what you're talking.
He's like, smelly boy, right? He says
I
that to
should
Anakin.
really feed you all, dog.
Yeah. I love that video.
No, the whole movie's on YouTube.
I didn't see the whole movie, but I've only seen a couple of scenes with it.
Count Dooku in the movie is literally called The.
That's right. I gotta watch the full thing.
General Grievous is the space general. And the Jedi Council are also the Presbyterian Church.
Yeah.
They're referred to as the Presbyterian Elders or Hopeless Situation Warriors.
That's basically what they were in the Clone Wars.
Pretty much, yeah.
It's a hopeless situation.
They actually it's on like either I think it's on Vimeo or something like that. They made ones for A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. They're not as funny as the Revenge of the Sith one, but they're still pretty funny.
What's the situation, Captain?
Lance, I'm gonna throw a watermelon at you.
Okay. Do it. Do it.
General Grievous versus Dominic Toretto.
Family.
You
Bro,
may be
Palpatine-
strong,
okay.
General Grievous, but you're
Palpatine
not
sucks.
stronger than family.
What I got for me.
Palpatine sucks in The Rise of Skywalker, but some of his lines were cool.
Yeah,
Make
some of his
the
lines were cool.
sacrifice.
He's like
Check out my cool fucked up fingers.
there was a good line in that where he's talking to Rey and he's like, your master Luke Skywalker was saved by his father. The only family you have here is me. Like, I thought that line was cool.
Well,
Grandpapa
that movie
Palpatine.
sucks.
Yeah, that movie is kind of
That movie felt like an early
Some great memes came out of it though.
That is true.
I don't
Have
know.
you guys seen the "They Fly Now" meme?
Mm.
Yeah.
I like.
No, I mean
John
there's
Boyega
a
talked
different
about that.
version now.
I remember
They're
when
literally
the,
fly now.
when that clip came out, and then like they were still doing the press thing, and they were talking about it, and John Boyega's like, I don't know why they put that line in there. They've been flying since the Clone Wars, and like, you know, and I was like, and then Oscar Isaac's like, well, maybe it's the first time they've seen it, and they're like, Finn used to be in the First Order, you know, of course he would know like that the stormtroopers have jetpacks.
Apparently not. Remember, he was a janitor.
But he was
He
still
was a
around.
janitor that became a.
It's
How do you go from?
I think that line is the worst that movie has to offer, or not the worst, but that's the least of that movie's problems.
Well, I'm just saying. Well, they basically turned Finn from a hardened killing machine into the guy that cleaned the pissers.
Yeah.
I was sanitation. I'm like, I thought you were a stormtrooper.
Man, the whole trilogy is just not it.
The whole
Just
Disney
whack.
canon doesn't know what it wants to be. It has no story to it.
We want to be legends, but we don't want to have the continuity that's involved there.
Yeah, I think that should be studying as foreshadowing. Yes, you and your planes, and your space pilots.
Poe was probably the only interesting character in that trilogy.
He kind of was. Well, Finn was kind of interesting, but they squandered his.
They did.
Nah, the only thing he
The
ever said was
Stormtrooper and Jedi storyline is so cool.
They also squandered Rey. She had potential.
I just don't like how they had to make her related to somebody. Like Last Jedi did good there, where they made her just Rey, and I think that was really good because it like sent the message like you don't have to be related to someone to be special, you know. And that was really good. And then in the next movie, they were like, "No, you're Palpatine's granddaughter." I was like, "Oh, why?"
I actually had an explanation that worked better than Palpatine's granddaughter, and
You're his granddaughter.
it would literally have the Pokemon lesson in it. So basically, she was created with like Anakin's DNA.
What the hell?
But she was like kind of like a weird like Starkiller type hybrid clone type thing.
All right, now this is turning into some like rabbit hole Star Wars theory type stuff.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, here's the thing. Like the whole point was that she was created to be Palpatine's ultimate weapon.
Okay.
And that was literally going to be her. That was literally going to be the purpose of her creation. And then Luke pretty much gives her the Pokemon lesson that Mewtwo learned, which is like, it's what you do with life that determines who you are, not where you came from.
Well, the Force Unleashed 2 kind of sucked. So
yeah, that game's not really that great. I mean, the combat is cool and fun.
I
but,
thought
like,
the book. I thought the book was good.
I didn't even read any of the Force Unleashed books. I just played the games many times.
Starkiller in the game sounds like an edgy teen, like he's getting taunting from Baron Tarko. He goes,
Wait, I forgot when it was. We were on a stream or something, and we were just like quoting Palpatine. I think Slav was there, like in the scene where Vader betrays Starkiller in front of Palpatine. He's like, yes, kill him. I don't know who was there for that, but it was. I don't know. I was just thinking of that. Kill him, Lord Vader. He was weak.
Kill him, Lord.
My favorite line from that game is when he's addressing the rebel leaders, because there's classic Palpatine in that moment.
Oh,
You
and
know,
then
he's like,
when
you are
Palpatine's
all
talking to him,
traitors to the
and then he's like, and then you
Empire.
die. Like,
Yeah,
really
that.
quickly at the end.
As though like he
I
does
love
like it's
that.
an afterthought. And then you would die.
That game is so good. I love the first game, and especially the PlayStation 2 version. PS2 version was the best.
Yeah, no, I've heard the PS2 version is better, purely gameplay wise. Like if you want cinematic, I like the PlayStation, Xbox 360 version. But if you want like what's a better just fun game, the PS2
Yeah.
GameCube version was the better, or Wii version was the better.
But we had the versus mode too.
But yeah, no, with the Force Unleashed 2 video game, again, when Baron Tarko was taunting him, he's like, "You're not ready to face this stuff." He's like, "Ah, shut up!" Like an edgy teenager.
Okay, but Sam Witwer put like his whole Sam Witwussy into that performance, though.
Don't ever say that again.
So sorry.
I'll ban you from my server.
No.
That's hilarious.
Dude, my server's dead as hell, bro. Why do you care?
Because shut the fuck up. Sorry, that was weird. That was
Maybe
bad.
she likes being
No,
there.
it's true.
I like being a part of that server, okay? Gives me something to do and purpose.
She can drop her memes.
Yeah, I just do my thing in there. It's like my.
She can add commentary.
Exactly, and I like the emojis. So,
which Wilkins emoji did you use this time?
Well, my favorite Wilkins emoji is the happy Matt. He looks so joyous.
I think my favorite is one because I remember saving the images. Like I think one of them is like the soy jack Matt.
Oh yes.
Where his mouth is like wide open.
You keep
there's a couple of soy Jack Wilkins ones.
There's a couple. I love the Filoni ones I have in here. The one with where he's missing like all his teeth, and then like the Ahsoka Filoni one. Like,
Don't forget the Yoda one.
It's so funny. Oh my god. And then the Chewbacca, I know Marcel uses that one a lot.
Someone should do like someone should take one of those soy Jack Wilkins images and like put it in with like a viewing of like the Ahsoka trailer or something like that. and then send it to Matt just
I recently was shown the Matt Wilkins reacting to the Last Jedi trailer, and it was just dogs pooping instead of the trailer. And
what's this got to do with the Michael Reeves novel?
And he's just like talking about the trailer. He's like, "Oh wow, who's that character there?" And it's just a dog taking a shit. Oh my god. You know, I miss the Matt Wilkins long hair era. You know, I wish he would grow out his hair one day.
Oh, you mean that? Wait, you're talking about that era where was it the tail end of his Matt's expanded universe where he had the long hair period of time?
Yeah, him with the long hair, like he's gonna do that again.
I actually think he had like the best hairstyle in his NJO videos.
And now Chris Nelson has taken the hair crown. Man's got such great hair.
Oh wait, does he have like a mullet now or something?
I don't know. It's just like super nice. It's like it's like magic. I think Lance will have the worst hair in the EU community.
What?
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Hey, don't
I'm
knock Robbie from Cobra Kai, okay?
No, if anything, Alex has the worst hair in the Hugh community.
He doesn't even have
Alex is just the
I
Star
know.
Killer haircut. It's just really short.
Alex
That's
is
true.
bald, bro. Bald Alex. He's bald. He's a bald boy.
Brennan's got the hair game going on though. His hair is looking good.
Oh no, he's actually got like the Quinlan Voss level dreads.
I know, it's cool.
I feel like if I ever meet him, he's gonna sell me weed or something.
He's gonna sell you EU books.
Oh, that would be fantastic. He'd be like, "Hey man," like a white guy with a Jamaican accent. "Hey man, can I interest you in some expanded universe?"
I got your
It's
Troy
just a
Denning,
thing.
your Lucino, everything. Denning put his whole Denning Uzi into Legacy of the Force.
Oh god.
Can you say that again?
Denning put his whole Denning Uzi into Legacy
Oh
of the
yeah, she
Force.
said it again.
These are my friends.
Well, what about Lucino? He put his whole Lucinusi into Darth Plagueis. He totally did. Put his whole Lucinusi into that. That shit was peak. It's high literature.
Lance is gonna ban you. You know that, right?
Oh well. Who hasn't he banned in the past few days?
Ooh, shots fired.
I'm kidding. It was a joke, Lance. I'm sorry.
Blue Pig?
Oh yeah, Blue Pig. You haven't banned him, but he's cool. He's alright.
Not yet.
Who got banned?
He's
I
been
don't even
banned
know.
on Noah's server multiple times. He's been timed out on Brennan's server multiple times. I don't know how.
Matthew Stover put his whole.
Well, he has been banned. He's been banned on my server a couple of times. I may ban him today.
Yeah.
He said he may get on stream today. I think I'll ban him when he gets on.
Wouldn't that just kick him?
Yeah, I'll kick
He'd
him.
be like, "Hey, where'd he go?"
Marcel put his whole Marcellusi into his video.
Bro.
Oh my god.
Bruh.
He's killing it. He does it.
Does that mean that Matt put his whole Wilco-C in there?
Yes. And Lopsided puts his whole Lopussy into the
Oh my
into his
god.
memes.
I haven't posted on Jason's Soul for like 5 days.
Oh wow. You know what I mean.
You can turn any word into Ussy with enough imagination.
Yes. See, no, he put his whole Lopussy into the Tahiri Anakin meme that I love so much.
That is in fact true. I did.
That's still my favorite one you've ever posted. I have no idea why. I just think it's so funny.
What's the Tahiri Anakin meme? I don't think I've seen it yet.
Hold on. I gotta find it. Do you have Instagram?
I do. I'll have to check out your picture.
Okay, hold on. Let me find it. I gotta go through his whole page here.
Whose dog is barking?
Yeah, it's gonna take you a while to find
I'm
that.
outside
It's like
right
a year's
now.
worth of
Neighbor's dog.
memes.
Nah, it's good. I'll see where. Hold on. Oh look, there's Troy Denning and Matt Wilkins. It just says anti-real slide. Oh my god. Leave the group chat and it's just Han Solo. Hold on, wait, I think I'm getting closer. Hold on.
I think the only good meme I made was like the one where the Chad was going to shoot the Stingray, but I changed it to
Oh, I
what's
found
his
it.
name? I changed it to Hagen from Tales of the Jedi comic.
Hold on a second. Where is it?
This
All
isn't
right.
what you wanted.
Nazo, what is your Instagram name?
Let's see, I think it's my real name. I'd have to like I actually follow you.
Actually, I got an idea. got an idea. I'm gonna just copy the link and I'm gonna put it in the Discord.
I can't because the disc.
Oh. He's dead.
Oh,
What the fuck? Where'd he go?
He did.
Oh shit. Well, how the hell am I supposed to send him this masterpiece then? What the hell? Oh well, he's dead. Rip. Abeloth consumed him. Hey Lance, I gave you a
Adam has been
shout out.
lost to the forest.
The who?
The forest.
The Lance. Lance.
What?
I gave you a shout out on Instagram today, and then I remembered that you don't use Instagram, so it was completely invalid.
You can shout my YouTube out.
Well, it was to your YouTube channel. I did. I shouted your YouTube out. I shouted Marcel out, and I shouted Alex out, but I don't think Alex saw it either.
The only
So,
thing I saw.
Welcome back,
right.
Nazo.
Anyway.
Yeah, sorry.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I can't check again because I came in through Steam. I can't check. I can't check. I can't check the media.
Hold on. What's your Instagram? Are you in our group chat on Instagram?
No.
Bruh. Slacking.
Bro, other than like Twitter and Discord, I'm not really on a lot of apps.
Oh, I'll send it to you on Twitter. I know you got it on there. Hold on.
Yay!
Let's see. Do it. Come on. What the fuck? Oh. What? Where the God damn it. What's your name on Twitter again? I'm sorry.
Same as the one you're talking to right now.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I currently have a profile pic of Master Zhao.
Okay, I found it. Alright, I sent you the link to Lopsided's page where you can find that expertly crafted meme. I mean, you might not find it as funny as I do, but I think it was fucking hilarious. Because at the time, I was like reading those books. I was reading like The Edge of Balance, I'm pretty sure, which just prominently features the Anakin and Tahiri, and I just thought it was so funny. He just starts.
He ain't even speaking English. bro, he ain't even speaking English here.
He's speaking Vongese.
Oh, he's speaking the language of the skull people.
Yes, the slant heads, as they call them, or star heads, or something.
Oi, skull face slanthead, what are you doing? One of them vongies.
Shimro's a fucking pelic.
People on the stream. So yeah, those comics are they're just kind of weird.
Who the hell?
Although I think the weirdest comic I've ever read, because I still don't know who it's for, is the Jabba the Hutt comics.
The what?
Oh, you don't know about those, do you?
Those exist?
Yeah, the Dark Horse Jabba the Hutt comics. I said I would never get those until I got like one of those like Wild Space, the second volume, because I wanted Visions, but I couldn't get a copy of not Visions, but Visionaries, but I couldn't get it. So I just said, you know what, I'll just get this. It's got like a whole bunch of fun little extra stuff in it, and I got the Jabba the Hutt comic, so I'm like, okay, let's see how this is. And it's kind of funny, but it's really weird. It just makes me ask, who approved this? Who wanted this? Why does this exist? It's the first time I've
What
read
did
an EU
Jabba do
comic.
in the comic? What did he? What did he do? Just sit there and like fart and eat frogs?
Sort of yes and sort of no. There is one comic where he actually eats a woman alive.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Why didn't he just eat Ula in Return of the Jedi?
I don't know. Maybe he was planning that. My whole point is that
Jabba into those comics.
Oh my god!
There was actually one where like this even fatter creature named Princess Nampi was planning on eating him. And he gave like one of his big henchmen to her as like a husband. He's like, "Oh boy, I can't wait to marry you." Obviously trying to save his own skin, and then she bites his head off, and he's like, "You were delicious, sweetie." I'm like, and again, I going through this comic, like normally I can go through a comic and be like, "Okay, I understand why this was created." This is the only one where I'm like, "Who asked for this? Who approved this? Who wanted this?"
Abelos put her whole Abelusi into the Conquering the Galaxy. I miss her. I gotta read those books again.
Who want they Abelusi? She's like, OMG me. I'm sorry. I'm horrible.
I'm banning Blue Pig.
Why? What did he do?
What did he do? What did he say?
I wanted to ban him.
Because you just feel like it?
You
are drunk on power.
He'll unban him later.
What's the reason for the ban? Why am I banning him?
You're a dictator, Lance. We're deposing you.
I am removing. Well, you are the last stain of Noah's server.
Bruh.
Needed eradicating. There we go.
Remaining.
Bro,
no
think Titus.
Are you doing this because
defeated.
Are you doing this because you're good terms with Noah now?
What?
He doesn't like Noah. They don't like it. He doesn't like any of them.
I'll bring him back soon. Don't worry.
I feel like no. I just feel like Noah wouldn't like if I ever met Noah, I feel like he wouldn't like me purely because I like scoundrels.
Well, and because you're American.
Probably. Wait. What is Noah?
German.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
I just had Luke Skywalker call me his niece on Twitter.
Aww.
Yeah. Well, that's nice.
Which Luke Skywalker was the Mentor Skywalker account?
I think so.
Oh, I love that guy.
Yeah, it was him. He's so cool.
Makes me sad he never follows me back. I'm like, I love you. You're awesome.
I think he follows me.
I probably have too many harsh takes, so. But that's part of my Mandalorian dream there.
There was like there's a tweet. What was it? Yeah, it was it was like a tweet from that account called Star Wars Stuff, and it's like, you have full creative control. What is your dream Star Wars project? And I retweeted. I said, just continue the EU. And then he commented, "That's my niece. I support this. Sword of the Jedi trilogy." I was like, yeah.
Ooh. I had one, but mine was probably a more strict version of what you posted.
I don't care.
That was like mine was like continue the EU with the stipulation being continuity, and the occasional animated version of a beloved story that's accurate to the books.
That's cool.
That was my stipulation. I'm like, yeah, you make it right or you don't make it at all, basically.
Valid. Valid. Oof. Blue pig moment.
I'm currently I'm still going through the second MedStar book.
MedStar.
Yeah, the MASH version of Star Wars.
Yeah. I'm gonna start Darksaber soon.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah.
There's still another after MedStar. I have another before I go through Yoda Dark Rendezvous again. I gotta go through another Jude Watson book, so I'm looking forward to that.
Yoda Dark Rendezvous is so good.
I know. I've only gone through the abridged version, so I'm anxious to see how detailed the unabridged is. But
that book made me cry, but every book makes me cry, so it's I'm a crier. Crystal Star made me cry a lot.
I'm not in that degree, but like I do get emotional when like a certain character goes. I'm like, oh man.
No, I'm a huge crier. When Mara died, I threw the book.
If you ever read the comics, Max, you might bawl your eyes out for Bomo Greenbark.
Which comics?
Dark Times.
Oh,
like
yes.
if you ever read you might actually be really sad because at the very beginning, Bomo Greenbark, he's not even the main character. He's like a best friend to the main character, but he loses everything within that first comic arc, like everything.
Yeah. No,
and he loses it in the worst possible way.
With Mara, though, like I love Mara so much, and I remember reading it, and I threw the book, and then like I just started I was sitting there crying, and then like when Anakin Solo died, when I was reading Star by Star, I read it before I went into work, and so I had a big crying fit before work, and then the entire day at work I was just like so depressed.
They're probably like, hey, what's going on? I'm like, oh, I just read a really sad book.
Yeah, one of my coworkers who also reads the EU, but he didn't read NJO. I was just like, he was like, "Hey, you good?" And I was like, "No." I was like, "I just read Anakin Solo's death," and he was like, "Oh." And I was like, "Yeah." So I'm gonna go into the box office and sulk. And that I did.
Gosh, Gosh, I hate Blue Pig so much.
What did he do?
Why?
He's now asking for the server link. After I banned him because he said he didn't care about being banned. Now he's asking for the link back.
Lance always starting conflict.
He doesn't care about being banned, and then you're mad when he shows that he doesn't care about being banned. You said that he doesn't ask for the server link because he's like, yeah, you know what? I'm
Blue
good.
Pig was one of the most active members in the servers. I'm making it more dead.
Oh, okay. That makes sense now. He knows you'll bring him back because he knows your server will die if he doesn't.
No.
I'm kidding, mind you. he's got that level of confidence. He's like, yeah, Lance can't make it without me. He's like Jack Nicholson in the '89 Batman. Can't run this city without me.
Which death was sadder, Chewie's or Anakin Solo's? For me, it was Anakin Solo.
I still have yet to experience Anakin Solo's character and then death.
Agony, pain, suffering.
Anakin. Actually, no, Chewie was sadder.
Anakin had his whole life ahead of him.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, Max, but
being a mom.
I'm sorry, Max. I know you like her, but I really wish Kara Holt had died.
Nah. That's bait. And she might have died if Night Aaron kept going.
Well, when I was going through the book, the only time I actually cared about the situation was like when something was close to killing her. I'm like, please,
bait.
And it didn't happen. I'm just arousing you. Calm down.
That's bait. I'm telling you. Oh my god. I like Kara.
No, you just have to take the Qui-Gon lesson when it comes to my thoughts on certain EU characters. You'll just have to learn to tolerate my opinion. Fighting will not change it.
Trust me, I've learned to tolerate many opinions in this Discord and community.
For which I thank you and applaud you.
Yeah.
Man, I'm just gonna buy all the books I don't have on Thrift Books.
Why don't you buy
Why
don't you buy all your High Republic books again?
No. That shit.
Bro, buy
But
that
did
new
he-
Dude, it's not even
Did he
on
sell
here,
his High
bro.
Republic books?
Buy the
Yeah, I sold them all. I actually sold them all.
Really?
Yes.
How much you get for them?
$30 in total, even though I spent like $100 on all of them, so I lost money.
I'm saying, Madison, oh my god. Maybe you should read some books, Lance, instead of buying them. Read Swarm War.
I'm good.
Bruh. How are you expecting to get to Legacy of the Force at this pace?
I'm like almost done.
Well, finish it.
That's what I'm trying. I'm in the stream in a couple of minutes. So
I was so excited to get to Legacy of the Force. I burned through Darkness. I was like,
I actually have a benefit now because a friend gave me like most of the books digitally for the EU books, so I now have like a priority list of which books to buy first and which not to, like right away. I'm like, this one can wait because I didn't think it was very good type of.
Yeah, you just get right through Darkness. You go right on to Legacy. And then you read Fate of the Jedi, and then it's peak. And then you get to Crucible, and then
add
it's
to cart. I want to look at it.
Max, you have all my respect with your reading speed. Thank you. I do my
Fortunately, the EU doesn't end on a high note of a book. It ends on the high note of comics.
best. True. That is true.
Not complaining.
Crucible.
Does
Which
anyone
is-
know
which
if
by
the Gambit duology was released without the Legends banner? The Clone Wars Gambit? Because I need to buy those, but they're so expensive. They're $15.
I've been finding you can Lance, if you want, I can send you like pre-owned listings on eBay if you want.
The problem is eBay. I never bought from eBay before.
eBay's fine.
Is it?
Yes, I have bought many things from eBay, including books. EU books.
No, because I was specifically looking for stuff that didn't have the Legends banner to help Lance, but I wasn't sure.
If they're not bids, you can send them to me. But if they're bids, I'm not interested.
No, I get it. The bids, no, trust me, I get that. Bids are a pain.
I've
You
only
want
done one.
You want something where you're one and done by, and that's it.
Yes, that's what I would. I don't mind if you send me that, but if they're bids, I'm not interested.
I'll try to find you some of the Gambit duology that isn't Legends bannered, because I know that's not what you're looking. The only alternative I can suggest is Luluing them, but that's
Nah. Well, what's interesting is I think the zip file or the mega file, I don't remember what it was, but it got deleted. So people are trying to remake another one. I think Granny was doing that, but
Granny.
only us cool kids had access to that. So
only us cool kids.
really, just
Yeah.
anyone server at this point.
Well, I know. By the way, why isn't Titus in the server anymore?
You have to ask him. That's not my place to answer.
Okay.
Same
Titus, Slav, and Ken are all not here at the moment, but Ken will be coming back.
Yeah. If you're interested, just ask him. Titus will probably not answer you, so I don't know.
I'll ask him what and I know like he is supposed to get back to me at some point about because there was like a thing that had like access to EU audiobooks, and now that thing's gone. And I was wondering if he could give me like talk on that, but like he hasn't gotten back to me yet.
I don't think he's gotten back to many of us.
Well, guys, it's 10:30. I want to read my book and then go to bed. So
You better read more than like one chapter. Like finish it.
you know what, dude? That would take me like 4 or 5 hours. Maybe not. Maybe
Maxie doesn't plow through books like you do. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't plow through books. I used to.
I need you to finish it. Then we can stream about it, and then you can get the Legacy of the Force, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Anyway, I'm ending the stream. Goodbye, everyone. There was actually a lot of people in the stream. We had like 10, 11 viewers.
I have escaped from Dagu.
Spell that
What?
for me.
What?
What? You